Don't you worry. The global elite, like Bill Gates, are one step ahead of you. Editor, cut to the clip.
As we make the world healthier, is the population going to get so big that feeding everybody and maintaining the environment is going to be impossible. We go from less than 1 billion in 1800, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.4 billion where we are today. So Melinda and I wondered whether providing new medicines and keeping children alive, would that create more of a population problem? What we found out is that as health improves, families choose to have less children. So we've taken that chart that shows the global population growth, and we've actually extended it out all the way to 2100. And we can see that instead of continuing, it actually flattens out. Another way to see that is through this rate of population growth. And you can see that in the 60s, that reached a pretty high number, over 2% per year, and it's now come way, way down. Now, 11 billion people, still a lot, but the good news is that the faster we improve health, the faster family size goes down, and so we can feel great about saving those lives.
So we can feel great about saving people's lives. As opposed to what, Bill? Feeling guilty about saving people's lives because it's increasing the population? You see, once you sit down and really listen to what the global elite are saying, their objective, their worldview becomes crystal clear. Let's get back to the video. Bill Gates explicitly says that higher populations are one of the world's biggest problems, and he wants to reduce the population in the future, or the population growth, as he says. But did you catch the part where he was talking about how if we improve health, then we will decrease the population? If you do a quick Google search, you'll realize that the correlation isn't necessarily between health and a lower birth rate. It's actually wealth. The more money people make, the more their standard of living improves, the lower the birth rate goes. Meaning, the wealthier they get, the fewer kids they have. I've got this line going back to 1800, and Bill Gates himself said that the peak of the birth rate was in 1960. That's when people globally were having the most amount of kids. Therefore, that would imply that in 1960, the health rate was far lower than it was in 1800. So is Bill Gates wanting us to believe that health declined from 1800 to 1960? Absolutely not. 1960 was not the pinnacle of poor health globally. Therefore, even if you don't do a Google search, this really doesn't make a lot of sense. So if the global elite realize the way you get people to voluntarily decrease the birth rate is to increase the amount of wealth. But wait a minute. If we increase the amount of wealth, we have to increase the amount of energy consumption. And if we can't increase the amount of energy consumption, then we need to figure out a different way to reduce the population. So maybe this video shouldn't be titled, "The Global Elite Want You Poor." Maybe it should be titled, "The Global Elite Want You Dead." But we'll go ahead and save that topic for another video. I wouldn't want to go off on some wild conspiracy theory based on the things the global elite are actually telling us right to our face on YouTube. So the next question, let's go back to the topic at hand, is why the global elite look at this chart and say, okay, well, the non-renewable energy that we have access to might decline in the future, but why can't the free market figure out a way to utilize the energy we do have at a greater capacity, therefore solve this problem? I'm going to reveal the answer to you throughout the rest of this video, along with the real solution to this problem per my favorite economist, Milton Friedman.